Hey Noel, welcome back to a new video. This is fractions. I do know that the last video that I uploaded, Algebra Part 2, was not properly viewed because the video was slightly tilted, and I'm sorry for that. You have to somehow find a way to you have to find a way somehow to either turn the laptop or, I don't know, just somehow watch it, because I really can't do anything unless I record the whole video again and then upload it, which is time and effort. But anyway, I will go through one example in this video so that you basically just remember it and get in grips with it. Okay, so let's start. So recap. Was algebra. I told you the question was 4x plus 5 was equal to 25, right? This is what I told you, and from this your aim was to solve for x. So therefore I told you, the rule that I told you was in the previous video was that you put an equal sign. If there's a negative variable in the equal sign, right, and if you take it from here to there, it becomes positive, right? So this is RHS. That means right hand side of the equal sign. So this is the right hand side, whereas this is the left hand side of the equal sign. Simple, right? So if you take the minus negative, if you move a minus to the right hand side of the equal sign, then it becomes positive. Similarly, if you move a positive back to the left hand side, what do you think it will be? It will be minus. Okay, so if you were to take a positive from the left hand side to the right hand side, it becomes negative. So the rule is, when the sign crosses over the equal sign, it becomes the opposite. So if I was to say multiplication was on the left hand side, and you take it across, then it becomes divide. And then if divide was on the right hand side, and you take it back to the left hand side, it becomes negative, or subtract. Simple, right? This was in the last video, but I know you had technical difficulties viewing that video, so this is just a recap. So now to attack this question, you've got 4x plus 5 is equal to 25. So to eliminate, you have to, first thing is always isolate x. So you can't isolate x because 4x is together, so you have to get x by itself. So first thing that you do is let 4x is equal to, here this number is plus 5, so you can bring him to the other side. I told you when plus goes to the other side it becomes negative, so it'll be 25 minus 5. Okay, see, it was positive, took it to the other side, now it became negative. Okay, so 4x now is equal to 25, take away 5, which is equal to 20, right? And 4x is the same as writing 4 multiplied by x is equal to 20, right? Now going back to the rule again, because it's 4 multiplied by x, there's a multiplication sign right there. If you take the multiplication sign to the other side, so from here to there, it becomes divide. So therefore, if you want it to be x by itself, x is equal to 20 divided by 4. So x is equal to 5. Simple. So I'm going to go for another example in this video. Another question. So example 2 would be, and I would like you to do this by yourself. So example 2 would consist of, let me just think of a question, give me a second. 3x plus 4 is equal to 25. Okay, find the value of x. So pause the video now and try to do this, try to follow these steps, use these rules here, and try to work out the value of x. So the question is 3x plus 4 is equal to 25. I want you to work out the value of x. So to work that out, what you would do is, I told you 3x is equal to 25 minus 4. Same rule, there's a positive sign, positive there. So when you bring the positive there, it becomes negative, right? Yep, so you get that. So now you know 3x is equal to 25 take away 4, which is equal to 21. So you know 3 times x is the same as 3 multiplied by x. So 3 multiplied by x is equal to 21. Okay. So if you know your times table off by heart, this will be very easy. So x is equal to 21 divided by 3. X is equal to 7. Simple. If you can't do this, then after seeing these videos, then keep rewatching it, because this is a fundamental main rule. Okay, that you need to understand. Anyways, the purpose of this video is to go through fractions. So this was just a recap of what algebra was, and now going back to fractions. A fraction can exist in two forms, okay? The first form, fraction can exist in two forms. It can exist in proper fractions, and it can exist as improper. Now you might be wondering what proper and improper is. A proper is when the denominator is less than. Alright, first of all, before we go through that, a fraction is written with a dash in the middle. So that's one number, and that's another number. Okay, it looks like alphabets, but I haven't wrote any numbers. These alphabets denote or represent numbers, okay? Okay, so this number here is called numerator. I'm pretty sure you know this, but I'm just going through it again. Denominator. Okay, a proper fraction is when the denominator is always greater than the numerator, or it can be equal, greater than, or equal to. Okay, an improper fraction is when the numerator, i.e. the number on the top, okay, the number on the top is greater than the number on the bottom. Okay, these are substandard rules that is fixed in maths, and you need to know this. Okay, an example. Right, before we go for an example, first things first is a fraction. Denominator fraction is usually a proper fraction. Okay, a proper is usually, there's two definitions. One is the denominator is always greater or equal to the numerator. Another one is a proper fraction is usually less than or equal to 1. Okay, and improper is greater than 1. Okay, it's not greater than, equal to. Notice that it's not equal to, it is greater than 1. Alright, so an example of proper fraction will be half. Improper fraction will be 4 over 3. Okay, another one would be, another example would be 5 over 9. Another one would be 9 over 8. Okay, so can you see the numerator is always bigger than the denominator. Numerator bigger than the denominator. Here the denominator is bigger than the numerator. Denominator is bigger than the numerator. This is 9, by the way. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, and in the next video I'm going to go through how to add, multiply and divide fractions. Okay, so see you in the next video, part 2 of fractions. Bye. Bye, Noel.